Okay, so I'm gonna try something I've never tried before. I have always wanted to can milk. My mother-in-law gets Meals on Wheels. Last week they brought her this one. I used a little bit in some cooking. This week they brought these two. We already have a gallon of whole milk and there's no way we're going to use all this. So I'd always heard that if you're going to can milk, you should can it the 1% or 2% because it gets stronger, sweeter, all that fun stuff when you can it. So I figure since this is probably going to go to waste anyway, I would try and can it and see how it came out. If it didn't work, then it was going to go to waste anyway. But if it does, then hey, we will have some milk in the pantry. So I'm going to put it in the pressure canner. I'm going to turn it on, let it, when it gets hot, let the steam vent for 10 minutes. Then I will put the pressure thing on. I can never remember what that thing's called. And I will bring it up to the 10 pounds of pressure for my area. When it gets to 10 pounds, I will shut it off and then let it come back down to 0 on its own. And we will see if this works. I have 3 of the regular mouth, might be enough. This one, today is September, 6th? This one is dated the 11th. The other 2 are dated the 20th. So I want to do this one in the different kind of jar so that I can, if there is a difference, I can see if the best by date made any difference. Since this is milk, and milk does have fat in it, fat is one of the things that will keep a jar from sealing. So I'm going to make sure that I wipe the rims real good with some vinegar. Make sure all of the fat is off of the rims. I always find it funny. This is supposed to be 2 quarts, which is 4 pints, but yet I'm gonna get more than 5 pints out of 1. Makes no sense to me. Well, I take that back. About half of that came from the other gallon. So it's still about a half a pint more. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense. But because of that, I will probably have to wash a couple more jars. And yes, I reuse store-bought jars, wash them thoroughly, seals are still good, so I don't see any reason not to. Looks like I only need 1 jar. And again, I'm trying to use the tattlers for items that are just for us. Last year, when everybody got the first stimulus checks, that was how I decided to spend part of mine. So I ordered the bulk I think it was like 250 or 150 each of the regular mouth and the wide mouth tattlers. I had never used them before, but I also knew it was something I wanted to perfect. So I took the plunge and I ordered them, and I am so glad I did because I love them. I wish I had about 4 times as many. Alright, I'm going to have to spread these out a little bit differently because I'm going to have to do 2 layers. Okay, so we've had a steady stream coming from here for 10 minutes now. So I'm going to take my 10 pounds pressure, put it on, and wait for it to come up to 10 pounds. Okay, this is at 10 pounds of pressure, so I'm going to turn it off now. I noticed when I first turned this, put the weight thing on, that it didn't seem like it was gaining any pressure. So this one is the one that came with my All-American canner. And so I'd like to use it because it has a 10 pound on it. This one came with this canner. It's a Presto, and it is a 15 pound weight. So I switched it out real quick so that it would get pressure. The only thing is I would not get any kind of jiggle because it won't start jiggling until it gets to 15 pounds because it is a 15 pound weight. So anyway, it is at actually about 11 pounds. And I'm going to shut it off, and I'm going to let it come down to 0, and then I'll take the lid off and let it sit for about 10 minutes before I take them out. Okay, so this has come down to 0. I'm going to take the lid off, and make sure when you take the lid off that you open where the steam will go away from you, or you can burn yourself pretty bad. Looks like we may have had a little bit of siphoning. Alright, I'm going to let those sit for a little bit and see if there's... Some of these look like they've already sealed, but there's... what, two of the tattlers, the one regular, and then the 2 store-bought jars have not completely sealed yet. So we will see what happens. Okay, so it's the next day, and as you can see, all of the jars sealed. And it still looks like milk. I've been told that over time the cream and stuff might separate from the water, so I guess you're just supposed to shake it up before you use it. But it's the first time I've ever tried this, so I guess the test will be in when we try and use it. And if you made it this far, and you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button. And if you like what you see and you want to see more, please subscribe and get notified when new videos come up. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.